welcome to my Chinedu Hub class. Today we'll be looking at one linear, one quadratic. Okay, so you can see this is linear, this one is what, but it is not yet in quadratic. So we'll try to make it to be in quadratic. So we have here 3x plus 2y is equal to 12 as equation 1. This one, xy plus 5y 21 as equation 2. Good. So the first thing we'll do, we start from equation 1. We say from equation 1, which is this, we make this y to become the solid formula, which is now 2y is equal to 12. This 3x crosses to this side, it becomes minus 3x. Of course, we still have 2 here attached to the y, so we divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which is 2. So all over 2, all over 2. This will cancel out here. So we now have y is equal to 12 minus 3x all over 2 as equation 3. This is equation 3 now. Okay, so next thing we'll do, we substitute this y in equation 2. So substitute y in equation 2. As you can see here, which is giving us what? Xy plus 5y is equal to 21. This is equation 2. So now anywhere we see y, we substitute what? We substitute this, which is now giving us x in bracket here, 12 minus 3x all over 2, closed. The same thing here, this is plus 5, we also open the bracket, we have 12 minus 3x all over 2, closed, is equal to 21. We have here is equal to 21. Good. Okay. Now next thing we'll do here is that we now try to what? We try to multiply this, we try to open this bracket, which here we now have what? X times 12 is giving us what? 12x, and x times minus 3x is giving us minus 3x squared. Okay, all over 2. The same thing here, plus here 5 times 12 is giving us what? 60. So here we have 60, and of course 5 times minus 3x is giving us minus 15x. All over 2 is equal to 21. So we try to eliminate this denominator, which is 2, by saying multiply through by 2. So if you multiply through by 2, this will now give us what? This is going to give us 2. We multiply this, 12x minus 3x squared, 3x squared, all over 2. Okay. Then we also have here plus 2. We multiply this one too, 60 minus 15x all over 2 is equal to 21 times 2. I'm taking it step by step. Okay. Now this 2 is going to take care of this 2. This one take care of this one. So here we are now left with here, which is 12x minus 3x squared. Then we have here plus 60 minus 15x. Then of course 2 times 21 is giving us is equal to 42. Good. So see what we are having here now. So here we now have here, let's try to rearrange this and see. Here of course this comes first, which is minus 3x squared. Okay. Then here we have here already is plus 12 plus 12x minus 15x, as you can see. Then plus 60 is equal to 42. Are you following? Okay. So in this case here now, here is giving us minus 3x squared, then 12x plus 12x minus 15x is giving us minus 3x. And of course, let's take this 60 to the other side, it becomes 42 minus 60, because here is plus, when it goes to the other side it becomes minus. So here we now have minus 3x squared minus 3x is equal to 42 minus 60 is giving us minus 18. Okay, so now this, we're going to make this to be quadratic equation. That's why we have one quadratic. So this, of course, is going to come inside here. this is giving us minus 3x squared minus 3x is equal to, no, this minus sign coming here, it becomes plus 18 is equal to 0. You see, it's not giving us quadratic equation. Good. So in this case here now, we try to get our what? Our x by saying what? We multiply this minus 3 times 18. That's giving us, that is 18 times 3. Let's work it together. 3 times 8 is 24. We have it here. Good. Now 3 times 1 is 3 plus a 2, which is giving us what? 54. So that's this giving us minus 54. So we now look for two factors that when we add or subtract, that will give us the coefficient of x, which is minus 3. Okay, so we're taking here, we're taking what? 9. Let's take 6 and what? 9. Is that okay now? 6 and 9 can go in here because 6 times 9 is still giving us 54. 9 times 6 is still giving us 54. Okay, so in that case here, now, but we are looking for what? We are looking for a way we can make this to be what? Minus 3. Okay, so this can be what? 6 like this. It can be 6 minus what? 9 to give us what? Minus 3. So let's take it that way. Now we now have minus 3x squared. This is plus 6x. This is what? Plus 6x. Then here we have minus 9x plus 18 is equal to 0. So this way it can still go. Okay, so in that case here, we'll now try to factorize this. Try to factorize this out to see. So what's common here? If you look at this place now, see what's common here. Here we take what? 3x. 3x is common here. Minus 3x is common here. So if you now have it here, minus 3x, then here is giving us, here will now give us what? X. Because minus 3x times this will give us back this. So of course here will now give us minus. And 6x divided by this is giving us 2. Look at it. If you say minus 3x times 2, we still have what? We still have what? Plus 6x. Okay, so the same thing here now. What's common here? What can divide these two things? 9x and 18. So we're taking what? 9. So bring the 9 out here. So here we now have here, then 9x divided by 9, this is giving us what? X. And minus times plus is still giving us minus. 18 divided by 9, we are having what? 2 is equal to 0. Whatever we get inside here must be the same thing with this. Okay, so in that case here we now have minus 3x minus 9. And also we have minus, we have what? X minus what? 2. I'm taking this to give us 1. Then this, we can take one of these, is equal to 0. Are you following? Okay, so in this case now, what do we have to do? This now becomes minus 3x minus 9 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0. So we take this minus 9 to this side, it becomes plus. So minus 3x is equal to what? Plus 9. Divide both sides by minus 3. Here we're now going to have minus 3, minus 3. Minus will cancel, minus 3 will divide itself, which is what? 1. Good. So 9 divided by minus 3 is giving us x is equal to minus 3. Now let's get this part. Or we say, now this is minus 2, crosses to this place become x is equal to plus 2. So in this case, we have gotten our what? X to be minus 3 or 2. Okay, so let's now find our y. Remember, we are not through with the y. We can get our y from equation 3, or we can also get it from what? Equation 1. Now let's take equation 3. Okay, so we now say when x is equal to minus 3. Remember, we're taking equation 3, so this is giving us what? Y is equal to 12 minus 3x all over what? 2. I'm taking this equation 3. Are you following? Good. Okay, so this is now giving us what? Y is equal to 12 minus 3, and our x here becomes minus what? 3. That's when x is equal to what? Minus 3. All over what? 2. Minus times minus is what? Is plus. So in this case now, we are now having here y is equal to 12 minus times minus is giving us what, plus, and 3 times 2 is giving us what, 9, plus what, 9 all over 2. So in this case now, 12 plus 9, which is what, 21 all over what, 2. And this is the same thing as what, 10 whole number 1 over 2. Also, when x is equal to 2, so we still do the same thing, which is what, y is equal to 12 minus 3. And remember I say we are using this minus 3, and our x, when x is what, is 2. So 2 will now be inside the bracket. So in that case here, we are now having here 12. 3 times 2 is giving us what? 6 all over 2. So we say all over what? 2. And of course we say 12 here minus what? 6 all over what? 2. And 12 minus 6 is giving us 6 all over what? 2. 6 divided by 2, we are having 3. So our y is also equal to what? 3. So in this case here, we now say, therefore, our x here, as we have here, therefore our x here, which we got to be what? Minus 3. X is equal to minus 3, or x is equal to what? Minus 3, or what? 2. The same time to y, our y, the first y we have here, which is from here, our y is equal to what? 3, or 10 and half. Okay, so you can look at this. It may look so long, but it's very easy. Just to take your time, and digest it, you understand it very well. We started from here. We say it's one linear, one quadratic, but because this one is not quadratic equation yet, so we try to make it to be quadratic equation, which we are able to say from equation 1. We take it down. After everything, we work it out, and it now gives us quadratic equation from here. Then of course from here we try to get our what? Our x, which we did. Our x becomes minus 3 or plus 2. Now from this place now, try to get our y. We say when x is this, we substitute this in equation 3. Okay, and after that we walk through and we're able to arrive. Our x is minus 3 or 2. The same thing, our y is 3 or 10 and half. Thank you for today's class. See you in my next video. Bye.